Joel, thank you. Tears filled a Skagit County courtroom today as prosecutors described a so-called house of horrors where young Hannah Williams died. Hannah's adoptive parents are accused of starving and beating her and leaving her outside in the cold to die. KOMO 4's Michelle Esteban has been listening to the emotional closing arguments today. She is live in Mount Vernon with more. Michelle?
Well, Eric, it's been 7 weeks of testimony, so a very full day today, chock full of details and closing arguments, some very disturbing, including photographs. And as you mentioned, on occasion, there were a number of people in the gallery just tearing up. At one point, the judge asked people if they couldn't control themselves to leave the courtroom. The other thing that we saw today, the husband and wife in this case, pitted against each other. 7 weeks of testimony boiled down to nearly 2.5 hours of closing arguments from prosecutor Rich Wyrich. He insists Larry and Carrie Williams are guilty of homicide by abuse in the death of their adoptive daughter, Hannah Williams.
They both played an integral part in this little house of horrors.
He summed up Hannah's death and the alleged abuse of her deaf brother Emmanuel in seconds.
As they tortured and starved Hannah Williams until she passed away, and they tortured and assaulted Emmanuel Williams.
Wyrich told the jury Hannah weighed 76 pounds in 2008 when adopted from Ethiopia. A year later, her weight 108 pounds. At her death in 2011, she weighed only 78 pounds. He showed a tiny closet he alleges Hannah was forced to live in, reviewed Hannah's autopsy photos, including pictures of scars the prosecutor said came from being hit with a plastic rod.
When I saw her picture, when I saw the scars, she lost a lot of weight, the bruises, I could see a lot of turmoil and pain on her face.
The state described a 1.5-year-long pattern of alleged abuse.
These children were denied food, placed in untenable situations to spend their time. They were beaten with belts, glue sticks.
Mr. Williams had absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with it.
Larry Williams' defense attorney countered that the father was not home when Hannah died. She told the jury he loved Hannah and his wife, quote, designed, planned, and implemented the discipline.
He's told you that he feels responsible. He feels ashamed.
Now, Carrie Williams' attorney has not yet had his chance to address the jury. That's going to happen first thing tomorrow at 9 a.m. But I can tell you that during the trial, Carrie was very clear. She blamed the discipline on her husband. And she also said that Hannah unintentionally killed herself. On the day that she died, she said she was being, quote, oppositional and rebellious, refusing to come in out of the cold, and that she was acting out on a regular basis. Reporting live, I'm Michelle Esteban, KOMO 4 News.